tough times, the reality of life makes it hard to accept what the future's holding for all of us. Higher force calling us, unexpected visits to the coroner. But tragedy, pain has befallen us, and as we getting older, you quickly realize that you have to be stronger than you ever been. Lifespan has to be longer. Too many people taking life for granted. Too much negativity.
What's really good, Jokers Club Nation? It is your boy Crooked Smile back at it with the homie Chef, and we got some huge news coming out of the Impact Wrestling world, and it is that Tessa Blanchard, your Impact World Champion, has been released, and she has also been stripped of the title. So it does leave a huge question mark on what they are going to do at Slammiversary on next Sunday. So, Chef, how you feel, and what do you think is going to happen?
You know what? I love that this has happened because we've been on here. We've been trying to say that, she's obviously not coming for a reason. She doesn't want to be there. The fanboys wanted to say otherwise. But listen, to be honest with you, we just saw Pentagon Jr., which I definitely know made a difference, who was stuck in Mexico, appear at AEW. So he could appear there, and then she has a deadline and didn't want to come. She's holding that belt hostage, and you got to cut ties with her because at this point, Tessa has had ego issues, or she's had her name in the mud at one point of her career as well. And for her to kind of do what she's been doing, and she's been taking pictures with the girl from MLW, Selena De La Renta. So you've seen, her go there, come back. You've seen talents go over there training with Tessa in videos, and Impact is, they first off, they look like assholes now. Now they look like suckers. The whole time you're defending her, and now, she kept kicking you in the face. And to be honest with you, the ones that it bothers me most for is her fans, because you couldn't even address your fans. And now this shit happens, and all your fans are sitting back, wow, what the fuck? You know what I mean? Like, it's a bad, Impact got slapped in the face tonight.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. I didn't see it happening. I did have a huge feeling that maybe they would strip her, or not strip her, but they would have her lose at Slammiversary, and they would go their different ways there. But with this huge news coming out that she's been released by Impact, like you said, it makes Impact look stupid because now she's held the title for so long, and you don't really have a storyline based behind anybody to get the title. So you're kind of in cahoots. And plus, not to take off the subject, but you also have Michael Elgin that is actually on suspension right now. So the whole, I believe it was a 5-way, correct, that they were having at the pay-per-view?
Oh, yeah, it's a 5-way. It's a 5-way. I think it was Elgin. It doesn't matter who was in it, but the two is Elgin and Tessa, and we don't even know when Elgin's coming back with whatever they're doing, and then obviously with Tessa as well. So, listen, but the fucked up part is all the time right before Slammiversary, some foul shit happens for the last 6 years.
Exactly, and it's the thing that's been with Impact, and it's like a yearly thing. It's like every time Slammiversary comes around, Impact is thrown into the mud for some odd reason, and it's something stupid every time. And I'm not gonna lie, Tessa is great talent. I will give her that. Don't get me wrong. So it's a major hit that you're losing out on Tessa Blanchard, and I feel she was maybe in talks with another company, and
no question.
And she got a better offer, and obviously she hasn't been used very well on Impact in a while since she's won the title. So why not explore your options? I understand you're not supposed to, but I feel she's gotten an offer that she loves, and she might hold out for a little bit, and then she's going to jump ship to wherever she got the offer from. Obviously, we all probably know where she's off and headed to, but I'm not going to mention.
She's going with her daddy.
Well, yeah, we'll say that. We won't say any company name because people are gonna be like, "Nah, she's not going there." It's the same thing, and I hate to say it, but if Impact can pull it off, and you know me, I don't want him to show up. if they can surprise everybody and have EC3 come back, put the title on EC3, because now it's huge, because now you have him coming back. He's a great storyteller. He's got freaking this control your narrative and everything else like that going on. What better way to, rewrite the title's narrative than putting it on EC3 now? Because now it's been thrown in the mud. Why not have EC3 retrieve it and then control its narrative? Put it in his whole storyline. So I feel, I hate saying it because I've been saying this whole time, EC3 will not go to Impact, but I feel Impact needs EC3 to come back at this point.
Right now, Impact has no. You have to throw him the bag. Like, you need him more right now than you did less than an hour ago. You know what I mean? Like,
very much. Yes.
Now you're looking at Ethan like, we need a savior, and you got to pull a move. You got to get him. I mean, at this point, like I said, I like the fact that they finally pulled the trigger and got rid of her, because enough is enough. You put the title on her. She's the first woman heavyweight champion. Depending on how you feel or whatever, doesn't matter what the title reign. You still put her in a position that no female has ever been put before. And
Exactly.
You gave her the keys to the car, you gave her the keys to the house, and she spit on your company. Like, literally, she just spit on you. And now you got to pull something out your ass, because you can't go in Slammiversary and as much. And I love Eric Young. I love Eric Young. Eric Young can't be the person you bring back, or a Bully Ray or something. You need somebody that's hot right now. You need somebody that is going to move that needle, and EC3's that guy.
Yeah, I totally agree. And, I don't want to really throw Tessa under the bus either, because who knows? Maybe there's something, because we all know Impact has terrible management. We all know this. So something could have went on behind the scenes that, triggered Tessa, and she just wanted to get out, So we can't just say Tessa is the bad guy the whole way through, unless we hear both sides and we figure out what's really going on in the inside. Because, like I said, management there has been bad for years and years now. So it could be something on the inside, and it finally made it to where they had to cut ties, because like ever since the whole COVID thing, Tessa was saying like, hey, I'm not showing up to tapings, that blah blah blah, through the whole pandemic. And obviously she's out here doing all this other stuff. She's training in rings, and she's out going to the beaches, and obviously it's a lot easier to get a COVID-19 at a beach than it is inside the wrestling ring, where your talents are supposed to be getting tested. I don't know if Impact's doing the testing or not, but obviously we know AEW definitely is, because they have the TIA Bankfield, home of the Jackson Jaguars. That's my team. So they do have the actual, home station there for the COVID stuff. And we all know WWE is definitely locked down on the COVID stuff. So.
Yeah, no, and I agree with you. And I always tell people, unless you're in those meetings, you don't know what goes on behind those doors. You know what I mean? Like, So it could be Anthem. It could just be Tessa. It could be a mix of both. But at the same time, I still feel that they put her in a prize position, and you handle yourself like a champion, because if you are going to walk away, finish out your contract. It's kind of like an athlete.
Exactly.
I hate when athletes, they try to like not play, and you know what I mean? Like, in tank, so they could just go to the next thing. So It's like, finish your contract. That's what they paid you for. And know your value once you leave there. You know what I mean? So your next contract is way better than what you had. So we don't know, but I've never been a Tessa fan. So I don't want to sound like an asshole, but I got no problem with her being let go, because I didn't like her the champ anyway.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. And like I've actually personally met Tessa a couple times while training, and I've never had a problem with her. She seemed like a sweetheart and everything to me. So I've never really had a problem with her. So I have no beef with her, and like I said, like, we don't know what went behind the scenes.
Exactly.
So who knows? Maybe Impact is really the actual bad guys here rather than, Tessa is. But, obviously them putting Tessa in the spotlight, everyone's like, oh, well, Tessa has to be the bad guy at this point. But we don't know that. It could be just Impact covering their ass. So.
Yeah, man. I mean, at this point, you know what? Impact has to do something because you've had a lot of people come in and out way too much, and you cannot ever, and I say it all the time, you can never have the inmates run the asylum. You know what I mean? Like, I
Mm-hmm.
played for a lot of teams where coaches would try to say something, and I would just shit on the coaches. And looking back at it now, you're like, they're a coach for a reason. You're the player. You should listen. But
Yeah.
you got to be able to. And the difference of when I played it and now is this is a legit business where it's a multi-million-dollar business.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a big difference when I'm paying you as an employer and I'm expecting you to do a job and whatever. It's a bad look. And I mean, you got the Killer Cross issues too, like a year ago. You know what I mean? Like they have to address things and they got to do it in a professional manner. So talent that's coming in understands this is a business. We run it like a legit business. This is not some rinky dink indie that no one's ever heard of. Like we're trying to be professional here, and we expect you to be professional. So everybody's on the same playing field. And I wish I knew the answer to that because unfortunately I don't. So we don't know if Anthem is the bad guys.
Exactly. And, like same thing like what you said with Killer Cross, them releasing him over not blading was asinine. Like you, you can cause so much injury by blading yourself. That's why obviously WWE has stepped away from blading and everything else like that. And because the guy didn't blade himself and then he popped a capsule in his mouth, you freaked out and were like, oh no, we can't have you as a talent. Like the dude was putting on great freaking matches for you. Like he played his character so freaking well. Like I remember when we were at the Impact Zone when he was just coming out and everything. We loved it. Like we loved the
Yeah.
whole Killer Cross thing and everything else like that. And to see them lose, and that's Impact's thing. They've been losing huge talents around Slammiversary time. Like we were saying,
Yep.
it's always something major with Impact. Like look at what was it, maybe about 6-7 years ago, lost AJ Styles after Slammiversary or so, where they had Magnus take out AJ and stuff like that. Or no, they actually had AJ win against Bully Ray, and then later on they had Magnus finish off AJ, and so on and so forth. And then it went to Samoa Joe leaving, and then it went to EY leaving, and then it just started crumbling after a while. And
Yeah.
it's like a yearly thing for them. Like they lose major talent, and I'm not gonna lie, Tessa technically put eyes on you because you were the first company to actually be like, you know what, we're gonna give a female a world title. We're giving females the equality that they deserve to be in a ring with the gentleman and everything else like that. And you put the title on her, which I was totally okay with. I just don't like how they pushed her so hard. They shouldn't have pushed her as hard. But still, I give it great respect. She's done something no other female has done, and she held a world title inside of a major company. So,
Facts. No, I completely agree with you. I always say I think it was the wrong female, but listen, Tessa's super talented. I'm not going to sit here and say she's some job or she's overrated. Tessa in ring is phenomenal. Like she's an amazing talent, but at this point, it's such a fucked up look right now that Impact they had to make this move. I'm not mad at the move. I enjoy the move, but they need to. How many times can you tell your fans or something negative every year right before Slammiversary? You got to stop that rank cloud. You got to figure out how do we stop this bleeding. You know what I mean? Like it's tough. It's tough for the fans, man. It's tough.
yeah, no, I'm gonna call it now. You know me with my predictions. So I'm going to actually predict what's gonna happen first Slammiversary.
Not right
Either
now. Not right now.
you want me to hold off until we have the Super Show?
Yeah, because next week we're gonna have with the new intro. We'll have the new intro.
Okay.
We're bringing in a new member to our team, so I think that's where
I
we
think so.
go all out. We go all out for it.
I say it's still going to be either a fatal 4-way or a fatal 5-way. It's I think it's going to stay in that same bracket, and you're probably going to be shocked by the two people I'm going to actually put into the scenario. So I know one of them you're definitely gonna be like, go away. So
Okay. One of them, I know who you're going to say because I thought it a few minutes ago before you said that. And I think lately we've been working on the same wavelength. Does the guy wear dreads?
no.
Ooh, okay.
No.
I don't want to know. We're not doing this right now. You know what I mean? Like, we're not doing this right now. But I thought you were going to say, you know who with the dreads, former OBE. And I was like, all right. But
I don't think so. Don't think so.
No. Don't say nothing. Don't say nothing.
I'll stay silent.
But no, I mean honestly, we're obviously gonna hit him with a banger right now, and it is what it is. So you let me know if we're finished with this one, so I can make the graphic. You can start loading this joint up.
I feel like we are good to go on this one, but yeah, like you said, we're gonna have a huge podcast. We're gonna skip over Impact for this week, just so you guys know. We were gonna work
not because this is Impact.
Technically, we still gave you an Impact show, so we were gonna do a review. I'll put it on me. I actually went out with some family. I haven't seen my family in a while, so it's on me that we didn't do an Impact show. So you can blame Crooked Smile for this one. LFC's on the way, and we will get back on to a review of Impact, and I believe we might even do a predictions of Slammiversary, or are we gonna have even more people for that Slammiversary show?
Oh no, we're supposed to have. We got a big one for Slammiversary. We got a guy who works not Slammiversary, Bound for Glory in Canada.
Okay.
Tank something. I don't remember, but he worked for Impact, so he's coming on. We got Hurls from the Heelcast coming on. It's going to be me, you, and our newest person coming into the team. Oh, and then we're going to bring in Larkin as well. Yeah.
Are we going to have a demoness on this one if we can work it out?
We got to talk to her and see if we can work out the time thing.
All right. So we might have 7 people. So be ready for that one. I believe that podcast might be about 2 to 3 hours long. So if you get ready to watch that podcast, be sure to have some free time in your day, because you're gonna have a lot of knowledge on that show. So I'm gonna break it down for you guys real quick. Demoness is a very great promo talker. She knows her wrestling very, very well. Larkin, he knows a lot about wrestling as well. He also does stuff for the LFC and everything else like that. So he definitely has his hands involved in everything. Obviously, the guy from Impact from last year, he's going to know the behind-the-scenes stuff and everything else like that. We might even get to see, or might have him even talk about what goes on behind the scenes at Impact, so we can touch on it a little bit. I won't mention our new person just yet, because I want it to be a surprise, but I can't wait for him, because me and him are definitely going to get on one of those competitors, and it's going to be a great time. Obviously, you got your boy Chef here. He don't know nothing about wrestling. He I'm just playing. I'm playing, but obviously he knows his stuff. We do it every week, so we know what we're talking about. And I think Crooked Smile, I don't know what the hell he knows, because he doesn't even know what he knows at times. He just says stupid shit out of his head.
He's a wild one.
He's wild. He's got to take it easy.
Relax. So,
I think. Good.
Yeah, facts. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be out of here. Obviously, I hit the record, so you're going to see me reach forward. I'm going to jump off this, make the graphic. We're going to put it out as fast as possible. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're out of here. Of course, this thing doesn't want to load. There we go.